Good afternoon, everyone. Today, we will be understanding a little bit about our cycle, our menstruation. How many of us have experienced PMS, PMDD, mood swings, emotional imbalances during our menstruation? Pretty much everyone out there. So, how do we exactly combat this? How do we deal with this? Are we just stuck for 1 week of every month being depressed, emotional, unable to handle ourselves, unstable? Is this the only way to live our life? 1/4 of our life is literally spent just being imbalanced, unstable. This is not how it's always been. In fact, we need to understand that in ancient times, in the Hindu civilization, menstruation was just a part of life. There was no imbalances, there was no mood swings, there was no pain. So today we'll be understanding a little bit more about the ancient way of menstruation, the Hindu way of menstruation.
In Ayurveda and through Hindu feminism, the menstruation cycle is not a curse as many women think of it nowadays. It is a sacred spiritual retreat, a time in which a woman goes through a natural process of cleansing through her body, and there are so many spiritual practices that can amplify the effect of rejuvenation inside of the body. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, has beautifully revived these techniques for each and every one of us to be able to experience immense benefits, transformation. I myself, as a woman who had experienced extreme menstrual cramps before, have suddenly had a turnaround where my period is no longer a time in which I feel extremely bad about myself and my body. And not only that, without control over myself, I'll make others feel bad about themselves. I'll throw or put my irritation on other people around me without my intention acting, without my consciousness acting over my intention. Now, if you experience all of this, I'm sure many of you have. In fact, there are more than 1.2 billion women right now in the world who experience different types of extreme symptoms during their menstruation cycle. And if you're one of these women, this program is for you.
Yes, and if you are experiencing any of these symptoms of menstruation, do leave a comment in the comment section, and we will be happy to help you along with your cycle and how to deal with these mood swings. You'll understand through this program how to deal with these symptoms of menstruation.
Now, first, let's understand a little bit about how the world what the world is going through right now. These are a few of the global statistics on menstrual suffering. In fact, for too long, menstruation has been shrouded in whispers, discomfort, and shame. Many of us are not comfortable enough to talk about it with our family or with anyone whom we are able to open up and disclose what is happening to us every single month. But it's still a very, very deeply instilled pain. The alarming truth is that 47.8% of
nearly 50%, half of women experience pain and PMS symptoms. And in fact, it's considered a norm if you're experiencing PMS symptoms in the modern day. And over 1.6% of women suffer from PMDD. And this is extremely alarming because you're 4 times more likely to have suicidal ideation if you are experiencing PMDD. And 80% of women experience painful cycles. So more than half, like almost the entire female population experiences painful menstruation.
So this isn't just a minor inconvenience, as the statistics are showing us. This is a systemic issue that is impacting millions globally.
So first, we're going to understand a little bit about Vedic feminism, Hindu feminism, and the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, has revealed that in Hindu wisdom, women were not considered equal, but they each had their own unique role. It's not that they had to compete with men, as in modern feminism. They had their own unique place, and they embodied the cosmic energy, the divine feminine.
The feminine principle and the divine feminine is actually a concept, a spiritual concept rooted in Hinduism. It is in fact that this divine feminine consciousness was originally from Hinduism itself. It is the source of power, intuition, grace, and consciousness, and it is a fundamental energy of the universe.
And actually, women are naturally wired for enlightenment. Your very being is predisposed to higher states of consciousness, and you experience power. Shakti, the feminine principle, is the source of power, intuition, grace, consciousness, and the fundament, a strength, a doorway to faster completion and higher states of consciousness. Our femininity is not a burden on us, but rather a power, as per Hinduism.
For too long, we've been fed narratives that diminish women's power. Looking back at the bedrock of the ancient Hindu civilization, you'll find some of the most unique, powerful women of Hinduism that didn't just survive but thrived, and they embodied the ultimate principles, unwavering will and power. And you're seeing some of the examples of women who are considered the strongest women. Each girl in Hinduism, from the time they are very young, they learn about these women as a role model that they can rely on, that they can idealize in their life.
Not just a role model, but rather worship. In Hinduism, women are worshipped. They are considered divine, whether it's Devi Sita, Anasuya, or Maitreyi, Savitri. All of these women were sacred, powerful women who were worshipped, not just now, but even when they were in the body.
But today, what is happening with women? How come today we are seeing so much of a broken self-image? Why do we women experience this? Why we're not able to create as an ecosystem? Why we're not able to create women who are able to lead the world and to overcome the majority of suffering, masochism that is running institutions worldwide? It fundamentally comes down to the inner dialogue that each and every one of us is having. And beautifully, Swamiji has revealed recently about the self-negative talk and how each and every one of us, women especially, is continuously forced to take in, to understand, imbibe whatever society's opinions on us, society's way of shaping us or shaming us. Each and every opinion that society has is pushed on us, and it becomes our own inner dialogue. In fact, the statistics show 85% of women avoid life activities due to body image issues. And now you'll not even believe this. Women have an average of 13 negative body thoughts daily. And not just about your body, but about your relationship with others, about comparing yourself with others. No, you might just think these are thoughts.
But actually, if you look into your own life, think about it for a minute. How many times a day how many times do you tell yourself that you're not good enough? If you actually look into your own life, you will see that these statistics actually do reflect your reality. And it's because society has continuously taught us to diminish ourselves, diminish our power, and this constant self-negative talk has left women broken in their inner image.
But this is where exactly Swamiji, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, begins to address us, each and every one of us, and by saying, Swamiji says that every word you utter is Paramashiva's prana, its creative energy. You're fueling life energy into every word you utter inside of you. And by teaching us this, Swamiji helps us understand, helps us empower ourselves, each and every one of us, as God within us, and empowers our inner strength and our inner power, and how to harness that inner power and manifest it on the outside.
Because the words that you use towards yourself and towards others are the blueprint for your life, for your tomorrow. So every word, understand, every word that you utter, you are listening, even if no one else is. Your inner space, your inner being is listening to every word that you say. So be careful how you speak to yourself, how you speak to others.
Now, let us understand from the very beginning about what are the fundamentals of Hindu understandings of our body that shape our very experience of life. Now, when it comes to menstruation, it is fundamental understanding, these fundamental understandings about our body, our femininity, our creative energy, that is going to shape our experience when we are actually going through our cycle. In Hinduism, Hinduism teaches, the scriptures teach you that you are not just flesh and bone, you're much more. And in fact, you exist across 5 distinct layers called Koshas, and each of these is playing a vital role over your overall well-being and ultimately your menstrual health as a woman. The Koshas and the Koshas are each representing a layer, from physical to spiritual layers, each affecting your menstrual experience.
And we need to understand that these layers help us address understanding these layers help us address the discomfort that we experience during menstruation.
Ayurveda is very clear that the menstrual cycle is a sacred cleansing process, and it honors all 5 bodies. And each layer offers a unique approach to menstrual wellness and consciousness. So in order to truly heal, if you're experiencing cramps, severe cramps during your menstrual cycle, or you're having symptoms of PMDD, or you may be experiencing any different type of disorder or discomfort that has to do with your femininity, you have to first understand these fundamental understandings about Ayurveda and Ayurvedic understanding of our body, Hindu understanding of our body. We must not just address the physical, but all layers of our being.
So we need to understand a little bit about the difference between Western understanding of menstruation versus the Ayurvedic understanding of menstruation. So as we know, Western medical approach mainly focuses on symptoms management, whether you're given pain relief, painkillers, or hot packs, whatever, to address the symptoms. And many times our emotional imbalances are not really addressed. We view menstrual pain as abnormal, but it's something to be eliminated. And often it employs medication, interventions that alleviate the symptoms, and we treat the body as more of a machine in Western medicine, where things need to be fixed as individual parts, and we only address the physical aspect.
Now, on the Ayurvedic side, this perspective allows us to see that menstruation is not a curse on women. It is a cosmic curriculum, a monthly spiritual retreat designed for your deepest healing. Ayurveda views menstruation as a sacred cleansing process, and it sees this as a natural energy flow of the prana through the body. It focuses on balancing the body's energies, or the doshas, and emphasizes on spiritual significance of menstruation. Now, this is your reintroduction of menstruation through the lens of Vedic feminism. And as you can see here, there is a holistic approach to your body, to your femininity, and ultimately the menstrual cycle.
So we'll be understanding a few of the techniques that the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has revealed directly from the Hindu scriptures about the Hindu way of menstruation. So we need to understand first that the following is not intended for is only intended for educational and informational purposes. It does not replace professional medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment. And you should always seek the advice of a qualified healthcare provider with any questions you may have regarding a medical condition. Do not discontinue any prescribed medication without consulting your doctor. The results mentioned are individual experiences and may not be typical.
In Hinduism, we have a beautiful contribution that Hinduism has made to the world, which is yoga. Yoga ultimately is your cosmic union. Swamiji, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, is reviving the original yoga. And Swamiji has designed the Pratama Vinyasa Krama, Dvitiya Vinyasa Krama, and Tritiya Vinyasa Krama series in order to ultimately awaken your Kundalini, to harness the cosmic energy and be able to have breakthroughs and manifest your reality, your life as you want it. In the menstrual cycle also, we can implement the practice of yoga, Nithyananda yoga, in order to completely align your body's natural cycle, all your bodies, and with the cosmic alignment. In this 21 asana menstrual sequence, you will be able to experience the various different ways that you can align your body with the cosmic geometry. Now, we do have a couple of in this asana sequence, which is modified from the Pratama Vinyasa Krama. You'll be experiencing all of these, but each of these will help you completely relax within your body. It will not strain your body or put any pressure on your body, but help you open up your body and become more relaxed.
And naturally, many times when we experience pain, we don't want to move, especially during our menstruation. We feel like we want to sleep, we want to just rest, we want to lay in bed and just escape from the pain. But performing this sequence can relieve pain in an unimaginable way. So these are just a few of the asanas that are in the Pratama Vinyasa Krama series, and specifically within the menstruation sequence that we have provided. So another revelation from the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism for healing the pain, the symptoms, the mood swings, emotional imbalances during menstruation is through Kriya and meditation. So the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has revealed the Nityananda Kriya for menstruation, and this is specifically designed to relieve any symptoms of PMS, PMDD, PCOD, and many other menstrual-related symptoms and disorders. So many of us have experienced at some point in our life the experience of menstrual discomfort or pain or emotional imbalances. So this specific sequence, this specific kriya is meant to address this issue at the root. So first, it focuses a lot on the completion with the Muladhara chakra through a very intense process called the Dukkha Harana meditation. So this allows you to actually heal a lot of the pain that we carry in our Muladhara. And along with that, we also have the Purushcharana meditation, which allows you to relieve yourself from any of the emotional imbalances or instability that you experience during your cycle. Just as the moon waxes and wanes, just as the moon goes up and down and the sun goes up and down from morning to night and night to morning, you will also be following this cycle and chanting the sacred mantra, the Mahavakya, which will help you relieve these symptoms of mood swings, emotional balances, and instability.
Now, once again, I'd like to emphasize that Ayurveda clearly indicates that a woman is not supposed to undergo any pain, discomfort, any kind of unease during her menstrual cycle. It is a time of immense spiritual cleansing. But why today our menstruation is not experienced like that? Why are we not having this experience as a monthly spiritual cleansing rather than a period of time that we go through the worst emotions? We have so much of cramps, and many women out there are feeling extremely powerless unable to cope with having extreme amount of cramps, PMDD, symptoms of PMS,
and actually many women experience anger towards their body when they experience this kind of pain. They feel that their body is separate from them. They feel that it's against them. This does not have to be your reality. And through the revelations from the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, the various techniques, meditations, the kriyas, the completion processes, you can actually experience relief and healing from these symptoms of menstruation.
Now, if any of you would like to understand more about the solutions from Hinduism, leave a comment down below, and we will answer you directly and give you a little more insight about how you can view understand the Hindu way of menstruation and the menstrual cycle, more about Ayurveda, because in Hinduism, each aspect of Hinduism has brought out a way that it can empower your consciousness. And ultimately, that is the reason why the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is reviving each and every one of these yogic techniques for us to manifest our ultimate.
Now, if you have experienced a new perspective in life through this understanding of Hindu menstruation, the Hindu way of experiencing your menstrual cycle, do leave a comment in the comment section below. And if you want to learn more how to live powerfully, how to experience the divine feminine within you, you can visit kailasa.ecitizen.info, and we will be projecting that link for you. You can learn more about how the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is empowering women across the globe through Hinduism, through KAILASA. And again, that link is kailasa.ecitizen.info. The link will be projected on the screen, and do leave a comment if you have any other questions, comments, concerns, and feel free to reach out to us and understand that Hinduism does not bind you, does not restrict you to being a woman that has to constantly compete or has to constantly prove yourself. You have a unique place in Hinduism. And we will continue this series, understanding more about Hindu feminism and how to empower yourself with the divine feminine energy.
Sanatana Hindu Dharma is the source of the divine feminine. This concept, the most original source of divine feminine, and connecting with your sacred feminine principles inside of you. All is from Sanatana Hindu Dharma. And Swamiji, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, is the only reviver of authentic, true Hinduism. I invite each and every one of you, if you'd like to explore more, if you wanted to understand more about Swamiji's contribution to humanity and Kailasa and what it represents, each of you can sign up now as an e-citizen and experience the benefits as an e-citizen with more than 300,000 hours of revelations, enlightened revelations on the various different aspects of Hinduism, whether it comes to the Hindu sciences, Ayurveda, as we have gone over through today, or the arts, dance, singing. Every single thing Swamiji has covered, has revived, and is gifting now for each and every one of us to experience.
And if you are interested in actually becoming a e-citizen of Kailasa, we will be projecting the link in the on the screen here. And you, like we shared, you have tremendous benefits from free classes to direct blessings from the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. So do feel free to sign up and learn more. And we invite you to join us back every day for this series. We will be continuing to dive more into Hindu feminism and understanding how to empower ourselves with the right understandings, the right cognitions, and awaken our consciousness, our conscious sovereignty with the divine principles of Hindu feminism.
The time now has come to begin your journey in transforming your relationship with your body and experiencing a breakthrough when it comes to your menstrual cycle. Let's redefine what it means to experience life as a woman and femininity. We can stop hiding, stop hating, and stop suppressing ourselves. We can remember our original identity and reclaim what Paramashiva has always gifted us. I invite each and every one of you once again, and we'll now conclude this program and this segment in KAILASA News.
Thank you. And do join us back soon.